Dad had detailed his original will, explicitly stating a 50-50 split of everything, with the Mustang going to whichever child wanted it and could commit to its upkeep. More damning were the later entries, describing my mother's increasing financial pressure and manipulation. He wrote about how she'd started subtly, then overtly, pushing him to amend his will, always in Mark's favor. He detailed specific dates, arguments, and even the names of relatives she'd involved to pressure him. And then there was the recording. Tucked inside the journal was a small, ancient voice recorder. On it, a single track, a muffled conversation from a few weeks before his death. "If you don't change the will, David, if you don't secure Mark's future, I'll make sure Sarah never sees a dime from this family again. She doesn't need it, she's too independent, too stubborn." My father's weak protests were heartbreaking to hear. It was clear, the will Mr. Davies read was the result of severe undue influence. While I was unraveling this, Mark was having the time of his life. He bought a new designer watch and boasted about investing in his startup, which I knew was just a front for his lavish spending. "Mark's company is doing so well, thanks to his inheritance," she'd gloat. They were so confident, so smug. I digitized everything, the journal entries, the letters, the audio recording. I contacted a new, reputable estate lawyer, Mr. Henderson, renowned for handling complex family estates. He was appalled. We formulated a plan, a quiet, precise strike. I specifically asked him to prepare formal documents for the family gathering. I smiled, confirming my attendance. The stage was set. Christmas Eve arrived, and my mother's house was abuzz with activity. Around 25 people, aunts, uncles, cousins, even some distant relatives, were crammed into the living room. Mark, in a new, absurdly expensive cashmere sweater, was holding court, regaling everyone with exaggerated tales of his business acumen, all funded by what he believed was his rightful inheritance. My mother, Eleanor, beamed beside him, basking in the reflected glory of her golden child. The air was thick with festive cheer and Mark's overconfidence. "All right, everyone." She raised her glass, and everyone followed suit, murmuring agreements. "Actually, before we all toast," I said, my voice steady despite the tremor in my hands, "I have something from Dad that I think everyone here, especially Mark and Mom, should hear." I pulled out a small, sleek Pico projector from my bag and connected it to my tablet. A few people chuckled, thinking it was a sentimental video.